Okay, good morning, everybody. Got Coach William with me today, and we're going to be talking about something that has become more and more important for local business marketing. And make no mistake about it, you're a local business needing local business. Okay, and so what's happened is a lot of changes have been going on online about how you market a local business. And our team has been working on it and keeping up with the changes, talking with our Google rep, and making sure that all of our clients are taking advantage of these things. So today, this is a very important topic, and that's why today we want to spend the next 50 minutes or so going over all of these issues so that you'll be aware of it. So that is it. So it's essential to growing your home inspection business. Online marketing has changed tremendously to give five-star companies a huge advantage. I mean, how many of you guys and gals, how many folks look at reviews? William, do you look at reviews before you buy anything?
Sure do. I think everybody does.
I think more and more people do. Even people who aren't really into the internet get online and look up the reviews about these things. I mean, we don't buy anything. I don't buy books on Amazon unless I read the reviews, or right now I'm shopping for a new mountain bike, and the reviews were critical because I have arthritis, and so comfort on the bike where it doesn't put pressure on my knees and wrists was important. So I found some reviews that address that specifically. And I'm like, okay, there's a bike for me right there. Okay, so that's the way home buyers do. They come and read the reviews about your company so that they can see what kind of experience they can expect. Now, William, you collect lots of reviews, don't you?
It's a main goal of ours. Yes, we do.
And what about your inspectors? How do they go about it?
We have a little spill that they use on site to entice folks to click on a link to complete a survey and get that good feedback. And we, I don't want to jump ahead of you on what we got in the PowerPoint here, but we even take it one step further and not only get a review for ourselves, but for the agent involved as well. And we have really good luck with that. Great response. Of course, we've got Done For You Services doing most of that for us, so we just collect those and send them right on to you guys and get them out there online.
Mm-hmm. And the Savvy Inspectors team, what we do is we take the reviews that William collects, and then we put those reviews all across the internet where people have an opportunity to see it. We have do directory listing management for Certainty Home Inspections as well. And we have premium listings built for him on 50 directories where over 220 million people come a month looking for a vendor locally. Now, not all in Williams area, of course. So these are very critical. So where home buyers go to shop online for home inspectors, we have Certainty Home Inspections out there with a 5-star review, and you'll see it in a minute. And what happens is consumers see that 5-star review, they're conditioned to what 5-star means, and they immediately click on that. Okay, here's an example of it. Here is two Louisville, and I don't want to pick on Greg Jones Home Inspections, but here's two Louisville companies that are listed. Here's Certainty Home Inspections. He has 13 5-star reviews there, Google reviews. Okay, and what happens is this Mr. Jones in the same lineup doesn't have any. Okay, so which do you think consumers are going to gravitate to? I mean, certainly they'll gravitate towards Certainty Home Inspections, because what happens is, will consumers know what kind of experience to expect if they use the second guy? They won't know, will they? Because no consumers have rated the person. Then what happens is, you know what consumers think? Well, how come nobody's giving them any reviews? I mean, would you think that, William?
No, I mean, and we get that feedback from quite a few clients that, you were the only one that had reviews, or you had more reviews than anyone else. And again, I don't want to get ahead of you, but I've even heard the comment that, even though you had a not so desirable review, I think they see that makes it look real, that we're not just putting the good stuff out there, we're putting it all out there so they can see that, when you've got 13 on here, if there's one bad one in that, it's still better than having what Mr. Jones has here, which is absolutely nothing. So we do get that feedback that, you guys had a ton of good reviews or more reviews than anybody else.
It's critical, and we need to, and one of the things we're going to be teaching at the workshop this year is systemizing, okay, leveraging systems and technology, and you have to have a system to collect the reviews from each and every client. You have to get reviews from them. And like William said, you know, studies have shown, because one of the big fears of social media and the internet was people will get up behind a keyboard, but they don't have to face you, and they'll say all kind of stuff, all right, negative stuff. All right, and we also know that people that feel like they haven't been done right are more inclined to get on the internet and flame you than people who thought you did a great job taking a minute and putting a positive review. So you have to ask for reviews, and they're critical to your business. Okay, we started the slide is, you know, if you don't get reviews, then you're not going to be as successful in the business. So you've got to get them out there as well. You have to get them out there. You just can't collect them and not do anything with them, which I hear clients say that too. Oh, I got a bunch of them. Well, I said, well, where are they? And they say, oh, they're in a file here. I'm like, really? That's terrible. Okay, so you got to get those reviews out there. Now, if we do done for you, you don't have to worry about that. We have them out there for you. We're submitting at least 10 a month for you. Okay, let's look on a minute. Go ahead, Will.
So Robin chimed in with a question here. She says, does the review have to be in Google? We collect reviews from HomeGauge and another third-party review company, and HomeAdvisor too. Would you spread these reviews all over the internet as well?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's a great question. Consumers go to a variety of places to look for a home inspector, not just Google. And what happens is, with our clients, we have their reviews on more than 50 directories and other listings across Bing, Yahoo, Google, all the places around. So you need to spread those everywhere. So if a client finds your home inspection company on another listing, Merchant Circle, all those types of places, then guess what happens is there you are. And here's one of the things, and I'll get into this in detail in a minute, but consumers don't just look one place. Okay, so let's go back to this for a minute, because Robin's brought up a good point. What's going to happen? Let me go back right here. Okay, so let's say they come to Google and they see this in the 7-pack. All right, or on the front page, you know, I call Google My Business. It used to be called Google Maps. So they see this, you know, they say, certainly home inspections. So then what happens is they read the reviews, but in many cases, now they type into their browser your company name. They type in Certainty Home Inspections because they want to see if a rip-off report comes up. They want to see where else you're listed. You know, what are other people saying besides Google reviews? So if you don't have your reviews spread all across the internet, then what's going to happen is you're missing a real opportunity. So the answer is yes. And so, Robin, what happens, because you're a Done For You Services client, we absolutely distribute those around. So the more we can get from you, the better. One of the biggest struggles that we have with our Done For You Services clients is they don't give us enough of them because it takes 6 or 7 reviews, positive reviews, for people to really start saying, okay, I believe I can have that kind of experience with this company as well, and I'm willing to risk my money. All right, so that is a great question. So yes, they should be everywhere, and I'm going to show you a couple of other places in a minute. All right, good question. Go ahead, Williams.
Jason, I believe that's Mucky is the way you say that, has one. You might address this later on, but it says, I get email reviews. How should you handle those? How do you get those online? Maybe you'll go over this later. I don't know if you're touching base on that or not.
Okay, let me just address it right here. It's great to get email reviews, but what happens is we have special software that allows us to go and place reviews in different places around on the internet. And unfortunately, if you don't have a company like we are, we do SEO work for home inspectors, and we do online marketing for home inspectors. So what happens is we have the software that allows us to go and place the legitimate reviews in different places around the internet. But sadly, what happens is the regular consumer doesn't. Okay, so you could use those reviews in your on your website and blog. You could use those reviews in your social media. You could use those reviews in other places. For instance, let's say your direct mail marketing. Okay, you could use those reviews in there. Okay, and you need agent reviews too, not just customer reviews. Okay, but you wouldn't be able to go out unless you opened up directory listings on all these directories. You wouldn't be able to place those reviews there. Okay, and if you place them yourself on the directories, a lot of times the directories will say, no, these aren't legitimate reviews because they were placed by you, the account owner. Okay, so it's a complicated thing on where you can get the reviews placed if you don't work through an agency like ours. But you can still do them in social media. You can use them in your direct mail marketing. You can use them in send out cards. You can use them on your website and blog, the whole thing. Okay, so and you should be doing that. Okay, so that's a good question.
Throw in 2 cents there too, Jason. One thing that we do, and Ken, you can comment back on this, we get a ton of them through email as well. And what we'll do then is just turn around and ask that client or agent, whoever sent that email, if they would go to our Google Plus, online and repeat that. The same kind words that you send to us would really help promote our company online, and most folks will. They're happy to help, so we do get a lot of them on there that way.
And one of the things, we build a private review page for each of our Done clients where people come and give reviews. And the beautiful thing, and this is kind of a little off the topic today, but still close enough, instead of going to the internet directly, we don't want people to go to the internet directly. We want them to use the system William uses and our private review page. And we built William a private review page for both his websites, for his Louisville and for his Indiana. And what happens is the client comes there. Then a video comes up and asks them just what William said. Please click on one of the buttons on the right and go there and leave us a similar positive review. Okay, so that's a very good thing. Now let me tell you why we built private review pages for our clients is because a lot of people will come to the internet and give you a negative review. Okay, so when they do that, and William already said a negative review or two doesn't hurt, and that's true because legitimate consumers know everybody's not going to be pleased with your work. Okay, so we respond to those in a neutral way professionally. But what happens is it asks them to go there and leave a similar review on one of the other directories. So they just click a button and it takes them right to your directory page. Okay, but the bad reviews, what happens is when you get a bad review on a private review page, it doesn't go onto the internet because those pages are on my servers. Okay, so what happens is it notifies you as the business owner that you have a negative review, and then you can get back with the client and try to turn that into a 5-star situation. Okay, so but the negative review doesn't go to the internet because when it goes to the internet, that takes a lot of work to get that pushed down. It takes a response, professionally crafted response, and it takes a time for us to get other reviews on that same directory so we can push that a review down. The last thing you want is the customer to read the first review and it's negative. That doesn't help you. We had a guy that is still a member, and he was in the #1 position in Google My Business, a 7-pack, the one with the pushpin maps, and he only had one review, and it was negative. So he's getting 53% of the clicks. They come and read a negative review. How many of them you think call him? None. Okay, this is a critical thing, and this is why we're spending an hour on it today. You can see just by looking at this slide, there's no question who you're gonna pick in that same market. So that's a big thing. Excellent questions.
Very good question. I don't want to get hung up on the negative. We all get the negative reviews. Negative reviews are, somebody that's got an issue can't wait to get online and share that negative review. But the people who have something positive to say, sometimes you have to kind of entice them to get them, to turn around and go do that for you. Talking about the negative reviews, I just got one yesterday, actually from a seller of a home, says that we ripped the toilet out of the floor, and just, it goes on and on with all kinds, we killed the deal, basically. The buyer didn't buy the home, so it's all our fault on the seller. So he's plastered me on Facebook. I got a Better Business Bureau warning yesterday that he went on the Better Business Bureau, who, by the way, turned it down, would not post it because they said it was not in their queue or whatever. So you get somebody irate like that, and they post that, on Facebook or Google or wherever. It's just critical, I think, to have someone like Done For You Services or you yourself, whoever's doing that, to immediately get on there, get a response. Like Ken said, a neutral response, and then get some positive reviews on top of that to drive it down.
And that's very difficult. That's very difficult if you don't work with an agency because it's just not as easy to get enough people quickly to do it. So we see a negative review on a client. So instead of spreading those 10 or 15 reviews around a month to other sites, we might drive 5 or 6 reviews right there and push that off the first page. So we control that very well for our clients, and so it is hard. So we'd rather people come to our private review page, your private review page, and leave a review, and if it's negative, it doesn't go anywhere. But they've still vented. They still feel good because they think it's going right onto the internet because it looks like that. But they're not doing. Reviews are a major part of marketing your business online, and here's one of the things: Google My Business, and we just talked about it. You saw William had the 5-star listing there, and he's a 5-star business, and he get 13 reviews on there, and the other gentleman didn't, and so that makes a big difference. So reviews are really important there, but they're important other places too, in social media. Now, I'm gonna digress just a second on this. One of the things that you need to do is again, you're a local business needing local business, and your audience, your target audience for your social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter. Those people are folks in your market. So who is your target audience? Certainly your prior clients. Who else? Your prospects, real estate agents, lenders, other influencers in the community that can steer business your way. Okay, people in your church, synagogue, people in social organizations or civic organizations that you're in. That's who should be on social media with you. All right. And when you have the right target audience, then what happens is you can showcase reviews. Now, William, you guys do a great job with that, and we handle your online marketing in that area as well, but you guys supplement what we do with reviews. Let's talk about that a minute in social media.
Yeah, you know, we enjoy doing that, get a lot of great feedback, and again, we're just taking those reviews that we ask the client to complete, and we actually do this through a link that they click on, and we've got questions on that are designed to catch, you know, the best answers, if you will. So once we get those, we do post that on social media, Facebook, Google+. Not only, I don't know how far you want me to go with this, Kim, but not only reviews on our company ourselves, but maybe the agent that worked with us on that particular project or referred us. So we not only promote ourselves with the positive reviews, but we'll have something positive about the agent there as well. And then, you know, and we'll make a comment like if you're looking for a new home, look for whoever the agent is first and put their links there to their listing page above the positive review that the client gave them. Tons and tons of great feedback with that. I mean, clients love it, or agents love it, and I've even booked a couple of inspections from agents who hadn't used this before, and the request was, please post for me on Facebook like you did for so-and-so whoever. So it's a very positive thing in the eyes of those that are referring us.
Now, William is just giving you a writer downer. So if you haven't written that down, you really need to write that down. Okay? So a lot of times real estate agents aren't savvy enough to collect their own reviews. The best time for a real estate agent to collect a review from the client is when they get the keys in their hand at the closing table. I mean, they might have gone through all kind of rigmarole to get there, but they're there, they got the house they wanted, they got the keys in their hand. That's when they're the happiest. And real estate agents should grab testimonials there, but they don't. So William, what he's doing, he's helping them out. He's getting a testimonial for them and publishing it on social media, along with a test review that he got from the client as well, his team. Okay, so social media is critical for past reviews, but you got to have your target audience on there, because you know what happens is if you don't have your target audience on there, you're broadcasting to nobody. It's not helping your business at all. So get the right people on there.
I think it's important to say again that, you know, if you're on the call here, the most important thing to remember to do is ask for those reviews. Ask for those reviews. Ask for it on site. Have follow-up emails that go out to ask for it. You know, bug these people a little bit about how important it is, or how badly you need their help to help promote your business. And you'd be surprised how many people will take a second to jot down a line or two, you know, of kind words that you can really use to promote yourself.
And William, while we're talking about reviews, let me just reiterate: you need reviews from real estate agents. Okay, you need them. Okay, because we're going to use them in direct mail. Okay, and if we're going to be marketing Keller Williams in Louisville, Kentucky, we want reviews from agents at Keller Williams in Louisville, Kentucky. And the reason why it is because you're leveraging the relationship that realtor has with his or her colleagues in their office. Okay, if this person loves Certainty Home Inspections, why wouldn't we? Okay, so don't think reviews are just home buyers. You've got to have reviews from real estate agents as well. We'll get into a whole nother piece on that. Local directories. Now, there are a lot of directories that are local, directory in your community where you can get listed and you can put your reviews. Okay, so we do that for our clients. We look up all the local directories and we get them directory listings in these, and then we put the reviews in there as well. Okay, SEO rankings. All right. Google continues to change the algorithm on get rankings for local business. And one of the things they said is recently is that businesses that don't have rankings are going to lose relevance and move off the first page over the next few months, because they said legitimate businesses have happy customers, and if we're not going to be showing in the search results over time, businesses with no reviews, they're going to get penalized in the formula. Okay, so another reason why you should have reviews is for help your SEO rankings. Okay, so that's going to be critical to you. All right, pay-per-click. when they come to your landing page, and let's say most home inspectors drive traffic from pay-per-click or Google AdWords. You may know it that way. We used to call it pay-per-click, and I'm still stuck on that. But when you're driving traffic, you don't use a landing page. You generally use the home page of your website. Okay, so that's why it's critical to have reviews on the home page of your website. If you're going to pay a fee to have somebody come to your website to look for you, you better have reviews on there. Otherwise, you've wasted your money. Now, I'm just going to digress a minute and say for you guys using Google AdWords, a pay-per-click. Okay, so here's what happens is a lot of home inspectors have websites that don't convert visitors into paying customers. Okay, they're not getting business from their website because it's all about them. It's not about what's in it for the client. Okay, so if you're driving pay-per-click traffic or AdWords traffic to a website that doesn't convert, you're wasting your money. Okay, listen to me, you're wasting your money. Don't do it. Okay, so if you're one of our clients and you want to run pay-per-click ads, then you should talk to us because we can make pay-per-click work. We test paid advertising on a regular basis, and we can make it work, but you can't send them to a web page that doesn't convert visitors into customers. So that's just a word of advice. I see home inspectors doing it every day, and it's just sad because they're just wasting their money.
All right. Ken, if I can, I've got to chime in there too, because I think a lot of people, a lot of home inspectors, especially if you designed your site yourself, you're in love with it and emotionally attached to it, and it's hard to have somebody like Ken or W Services come in and say your website sucks.
That's a technical term.
It's a technical term, and the reason it sucks is because it doesn't convert. And we were the most guilty of that of anybody because that website was kind of our baby. We had tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of information overload, right there on the front page when people landed. And so to the consumer coming in, they didn't know where to go, what the next step was, and if they did click on something that we had, it would sometimes take them somewhere else, and just did not convert. So even though we personally may not prefer the new website, if you will, not to say that we don't, but if it's not our baby like the other one was, bottom line is it converts. I mean, we get hammered every day from folks going to the website and clicking on schedule now. So you can't argue. You can't argue with what works. So because I have a lot of people say, well, I like your old site a lot better. I'm like, well, it didn't convert. People looked at it and enjoyed it, but they did not book, and just a whole difference of night and day between that and what we've got now.
Thank you for saying that, William, because, we face that all the time because some inspectors think we're calling their baby ugly, but that isn't true. We know that there needs to be 9 pieces of information on a home inspector website, and when you get that 9 pieces of information on there in the correct way, home buyers convince themselves that you're the person that can protect them from buying the money pit, and that's what you want. But we get a lot of resistance from that. We split test, and we split test graphics, we split test wording, we split test headlines. We're in the business of helping home inspectors get their phone to ring more. And so a lot of times clients won't do it because they don't like the look of it, and that's sad because, they do convert visitors into paying customers. And how many times will you wake up in the morning and get online orders, you didn't even talk to the people?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, in a workshop a couple of years ago, we asked, and some people were getting more than 300 home inspections booked without ever talking to the clients each year. So they do convert. And again, they're very different looking, and they're different looking for a reason, but, that's the way it is. It does convert. So thank you for saying that, because that is a big issue.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep a look in here for a minute. Reviews give you pre-qualified, pre-sold leads because buyers trust reviews. Look at this right here. This was a statistic coming up from Bright Local. Can't speak this morning. 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. Okay, and that is very, very powerful. You have got to get reviews. When people read your reviews and they say, you know what, they see the kind of experience others have had, that's why they're pre-qualified, pre-sold leads, because they believe you're the person that can protect them from buying the money pit. If you weren't, all these other people wouldn't have said it. And so the more reviews you have, the better. You can't have too many reviews. Okay, you can't have too many reviews. So it's very, very important to get them. Okay, this is where I really want you to understand how powerful this is. After being referred to a business, what do consumers do next? Okay, so the real estate agent says call Certainty Home Inspections. Okay, so you know what happens is they don't know Certainty Home Inspections from Adam. Okay, so what do? They go and put the company's name online, they type it in their browser, Certainty Home Inspections, and they want to learn what you got. Okay, so if you've got reviews all over the internet and other things as well, then what happens is you have a way better chance of getting the business. And when customers, here's what a home buyer wants from you. They want to be convinced that you're so thorough, you're so professional in the evaluation of the property, they're not going to get stuck with unexpected things when they move in. Oh, there's a crack in the foundation or the roof leaks. They don't want that. And so they have to feel comfortable that you're the person that can protect them from buying that money pit. All right. And so what happens is these reviews, when people say, oh, he was patient, he was thorough, his report was excellent, we understood exactly what he was saying and the issues involved, that convinces them that you're the person, and price is less of an issue. Okay. But when home inspectors look at us like we're all the same, then what happens is price is the issue. Okay. But reviews can differentiate you from your competitors. So 87% of consumers go online, put in your company's name, and try to find out more about you. All right. And if you're not there, guess what happens? You're missing out.
Yeah, we get a ton of folks who comment on, the reason why they went with us was the online search and the information that was provided. But I'll take that one step further. I've got 2 candidates right now that we're hiring who made that same comment. They've interviewed for another multi-inspector firm here locally and did their research and chose us over them just because of the reviews and the online information. They said we just appear to be much more professional, much more involved and caring for the clients, and chose to join our firm versus the other multi-inspector firm locally here.
Is that sweet or what?
Very sweet.
I mean, you go in and type your company's name in, and I'm telling you, we have you so jacked up, you just can't believe it. I mean, there's everything about you.
Perfect.
Okay, in the old days, and William knows this, what we really did was reputation management. We were really more about searching across the internet, blogs, directory listings, other places where people leave reviews, and make sure that you were getting good reviews, but we managed the negative reviews. And I'll tell you, a lot of times business owners get emotional about responding, and if you're a Savvy Inspector member, then a lot of times what I'll do, I'll work with you on the review to make the response, to make sure that we craft something that's non-emotional and professional, and it addresses the issue that the consumer was complaining about. But a few years ago, I said to our staff, it's not good enough to manage. I see that businesses with reviews get more business. So we're going to be way more aggressive. And that's when we changed to reputation marketing. And Wikipedia says reputation marketing field has evolved from the marriage of the fields of reputation management and brand marketing. And make no mistake about it, brand marketing just means marketing your brand in your local area or your business. Okay, so brand marketing is very important. Okay, so we've moved from reputation management to reputation marketing, and it's been a good thing. So reputation management plus brand marketing is now what we call reputation marketing. Okay, and it's not good enough to do reputation management. You have got to do a reputation marketing. You got to build a 5-star reputation to market so your customers will come your way. If you've got a 5-star rating next to your stuff, people get that we're conditioned in America for 5-star. Okay, so they get it. We don't have to tell them what 5-star means. They get it. Okay, so that's what we strive for each one of our clients, to have a 5-star reputation. And that's really why we build private review pages, because the good reviews, we get them, you get notified of it, we shop them around the different directories. The bad reviews don't go anywhere because the review page is on my servers. Okay, so it is a beautiful thing. So if you don't know about it, learn more about it. Your company's reputation impacts your marketing, including referrals. I would say especially referrals, because the agent says call Certainty Home Inspections. We know 87% of consumers are immediately going to go in there online and type in Certainty Home Inspections in their browser. And if positive reviews don't come up, you know what? You got less of a chance to get the business. Oh, he's just another home inspector, no reviews. What kind of experience am I going to have with his firm? So now, William, do your agents say call Certainty Home Inspections?
Of course.
Of course they do. And you think your customers go online and search you?
Of course.
I know they do. When you look at the search statistics from your sites and other directory listings, they're definitely doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know it because I get the feedback from them about it. So, yeah.
It's critical. I'm telling you, we're not just spending time today for no reason. Okay, one of the other thing, I say video marketing is a home inspector's dream. You know what? We see so many crazy things in the home inspection every day. I mean, I see crazy home inspection pictures on Facebook, LinkedIn, all kind of things. So those are perfect for videos. Consumers want to do it, and I'm going to tell you, consumer, you can establish expertise with a video. You can also build know me, like me, trust me. Okay, and those are the two things. You're the expert, and I like this person. Okay, so video marketing is critical. And William, you got some great videos, don't you?
We work really hard at that, and I'm just looking at this slide. I just had the same fellow I was telling you that chose us over the competitors. One of his comments were, so I'm just saying, when you're out there doing these videos, and guys, it's, you know, a little flip-top camera. Most of our cameras that we're taking pictures with now do decent video. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. You know, you got a nice big horizontal crack and a block foundation. You know, shoot a little minute and a half video just talking about that and what the outcome could be if it's not addressed, those sort of things. But I would also say try to keep it real. It's live, it's right there. Again, it doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. And the comment that I got from this fellow was that he spent a lot of time looking at my competitors' videos versus ours. And his comment was that it seemed like theirs was just really super dry, very formal type video, like they were trying to be more professional than they maybe really were. And he said, you guys, it just seems like you're right there in the field, you're live, it's happening right now, it is what it is. Just seemed like you know, really were more real than the other company. So with that kind of feedback, I just say, you know, it just needs to be a natural thing. Just shoot it, say it like you would say it if you were talking to the client, and make a nice little video. You can do a ton of these, you know, in a couple of days if you just keep it in mind. You know, there's some, you see something where you're like, oh, that'd make a great video. Shoot the video.
Right. Richard's got a good question here. Will Google penalize you if you get too many reviews too fast? Will they think they are fake? Okay, all of the directory listings, including Google, have validation tools to determine whether a review is fake or not. So I'd say you probably won't get them too fast, because what happens, Richard, even when you ask for them, maybe 1 of 3 will go do it. Okay, so even if you aggressively market it, you might speed it up. But as long as they're a legitimate person with you know, an IP address in your community, that kind of thing, then Google has validation tools, and so do the other directories, to weed out fake reviews. Now, I'm not saying that somebody couldn't, you know, pull one over on them, but it's very unlikely. So I don't think you'll get a penalty for too fast. I think you'll keep getting them, and the more you get, the faster they can come in. So I don't think you'll have a problem there, as long as they're legitimate reviews from your customers. Okay, so William has shared with you how video is important not only in getting home buyers, but also in the recruiting process, and that's very important, because if I was going to go to work for a home inspection company, I'd want to go online and learn more about them as well. So that's important. But look at what consumers think. Let me get the right button here. Video marketing, it positions you as a market leader. It certainly does. The William, and certainly home inspections from both home buyers and from home inspector prospects, candidates. It has social media and SEO value. Okay, because social media, when you put these links, these videos up, it's very, very powerful. And Facebook will give you more Facebook love if you upload the video directly to Facebook instead of linking from YouTube. Okay, so Facebook, because it's not owned by Google, they want to be the largest video repository in the world. Okay, so you can upload them there. It has SEO value because when you put a video on YouTube, which is owned by Google, it has extreme trust in YouTube, and that links back to your website. So you get a tremendous amount of SEO or search engine optimization love by doing it. Okay, it's a long-term asset of the company. Now, what in the heck do I mean by that? What I mean is, even though it's on a third-party site, you actually own that video. Okay, and it could be on your website too, but you know, so it is actually a long-term asset of your company. So that's very good. So video is critically important for you, all kinds. Let's check out the research on it. 94% of consumers watched a video online last week. William, did you?
Yeah, I guess I'm one of those folks.
I'm telling you, you might be in one of these other categories. 76% of smartphone owners watch videos at least once per week from their phone. Okay, I'm in both of these categories. Now, sadly, I'm not in this category, William. 40% of 18 to 24-year-olds watched videos more than 10 times per week.
And those folks are up and coming, if not already, home buyers.
You got it. You got it. And prospective home inspectors. I will tell you, I fall into this. I generally will see more than 10 videos a week. Okay, even though the age category is not me, but I see more than 10 videos a week. And when I'm looking for something, I'm doing some research. If they have a video on their product or service, I'm way more inclined to use them. Okay, so I said to you earlier that I was looking for a mountain bike, and the one that I found with the great reviews, they had a great video from the manufacturer on how it was manufactured and why it was the way it was, why not only was it built for speed but comfort as well. And I watched that video and I said to B, that's my bike right there. Okay, so this is just, video is great. I will tell you that I have an aunt. She's 80 years old. She lives up in the Northeast. She has a big farm. And an old farmhouse on it, which she's renovated. It looks beautiful. So anyway, but it gets really cold there. And she's 80 years old, and she says this house needs some more insulation. She gets on, starts searching for a local vendor to do it. So she gets on his website, and he's got a video on that website that shows her exactly the process that they would do to insulate an old home like she has. Then you know what she did? She called the guy up and hired him, and they did the job. So it isn't just 18 to 24-year-olds watching videos and making purchases. It's older consumers as well. Okay, so this is really critical stuff. It's critical stuff, and I hope you guys are catching this. Video can have a big impact on your sales because 96% of consumers find videos helpful when making purchase decisions online. We just gave you a couple of examples. Okay. 58% of consumers consider companies that produce video content to be more trustworthy. How about that? I mean, I think that is so powerful for us because how easy is it, William, to make a video?
Super easy, and I get the trust. I mean, I guess trustworthy would fall in because you are perceived as an expert for some reason. When you're on video, you must be the expert. Seems to be the perception. So I guess that's where the trust would come in as well.
And I think what happens is the average consumer probably thinks video is hard to do. So if you're doing it, you're really making an investment for your customers.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do. I mean, I get on my guys all the time because they'll come and tell me something about, what they've seen today or something they came across. I'm like, where in the heck is my video for this? So, because it only takes a second. I mean, you're there anyway, and you want to keep these videos short. I mean, we don't want to get into 5-10 minute videos. They need to be, what is it, Ken, like 2.5 minutes or something would be max?
ComScore calls it 1 minute 37 seconds, but if you want a little further than that, that's fine. But 1 minute 37 seconds is the attention span of video watchers on average. Okay, so that's it. Now, and and we're going to look at a different kind of video in a minute, but that's really high quality and professional. But one of the things that happens, and William knows this to be true, is these videos, you point the camera and just speak as if you were talking to the customer standing right there beside you. I mean, you're already talking. I mean, how hard is that? It's super easy, and you can see it's worth it by what the stats here. Let's keep on rolling. 71% of consumers say that videos leave a positive impression of a company. Okay, we want that. 77% of consumers consider companies that create online video as more engaged with customers. There you have it. I mean, you can see how important video is to your company, and not just home inspection videos. We're going to show just a second. So here's what we've done, William, at The Savvy. For our clients, we have combined reputation marketing and video marketing, two extremely powerful strategies. We've combined them with a product that we use for our clients. I want to show you this video real quick. We have it for certainty, and let's play it. This is a 5-star reputation video.
We just received some fantastic feedback from one of our great clients. They wanted to tell us what a great job we did for them, and we wanted to share it with you. Reviews like this motivate us to keep working hard for all of our customers. We pride ourselves in providing the best possible customer service now and in the future. So if you're seeking a company that's focused on customer satisfaction and high-quality service, we're your choice. We're confident that you'll walk away a very satisfied customer. Simply call the number on your screen if we can help you. We look forward to serving you. Thanks for watching.
Now, William, when you saw the review commercials, because we've been producing review commercials, our staff has for over a year now. When you first saw it, what was your reaction to it?
It just blew me away. I think I called you right away to tell you I thought it was just killer. And again, we get, this is the stuff we're talking about that we get some great positive feedback from clients on. I mean, you talk about leaving a positive impression. That's pretty professional stuff right there.
Yeah, it has just absolutely been so well received. I'll tell you, let's take a look at another one. We have them, we produce them in all different styles. We call them review commercials. They've been hugely effective for our clients, and we get them placed around the internet. I'll show you a couple in just a minute. Here's a little different one.
Our business thrives on happy customers, so when they write to tell us we did a good job, we love to share their feedback so they know we appreciate their words. A happy customer that leaves a review like this online ends up being a repeat customer, and that's what motivates our staff and team to serve you better. We strive hard to achieve great reviews like this. It's inspiring. So the only real question you have to ask yourself is, what are you waiting for? Come by and experience our impeccable service today. We'd love to make you a happy customer. Thanks for taking a moment to check us out. We're excited about serving you and the people you care about. Don't hesitate to call us at the number on your screen, and we look forward to doing business with you.
Okay, we've got a number of video spokespeople, male and female. We produce these so that you can have different ones. For our Done For You Services clients, we produce one of these every month. So let's take a look on here just a minute more, and we put these all around the internet. This is a YouTube page, and I typed in Certainty Home Inspection, and look what you do. Look at what 13 reputation commercials on page 1 for YouTube for Certainty Home Inspections. Now, how do you think customers feel about that, William?
That's pretty impressive. When you're the only one they can find, it kind of leaves the choices slim, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what happens is we don't have some kind of video up there that's not effective. We have a review commercial professionally produced by our team, and they read the review. These things have been hugely successful. Hugely successful. You can see that the production quality and value is absolutely awesome. And so we have, again, different spokespeople, video spokespeople that we use, and we have different production sets that we use so that we can get these produced for you fairly quickly. So somebody types in this on YouTube, and here's what happens. 13 reputation commercials on page 1 of YouTube for Certainty Home Inspections. Now, somebody else has some kind of crap video up there. Which one's a consumer going to pay attention to?
Yeah, and you're saying this is YouTube, but I mean these videos come up individually just in a Google search. You may not get all 13 of these in one hit, but usually when somebody's searching for us online, one of these videos, through a Google search, because of the keywords, like if they're searching for our particular area, home inspector in that area, these pop up individually. So not only YouTube, but these get ranked, in Google itself.
And I'll even go further. These are on directory listings, and these are on other places where the home inspector, where the home buyer is looking for a home inspector. Okay, so we move these all around the internet. You can have them on social media. You can have them on your website. You can have them on your blog. It's unlimited what you can do with these review commercials. Okay, and because you look how short they are, 1:11, 58, 56. We try to stay under 1:37. We never have more than 1:20. But we try to vary them up, use different spokespeople, use different production facility where we have a different look. Okay, so the fact of the matter is these things combine the power of video marketing with the power of reputation marketing. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a huge winner. It's been a huge winner. Our clients that have these, I love them. I can't say enough good things about them. They can't say enough good things about them. Do you think agents watch these as well? That's a good question, Jason. Okay. Let me ask you this. When a top producer decides or is considering using your company, I imagine that they go online and search like everybody else to learn more about you. Okay, so, and if your agents, which they should be, and prospective agents are on your social media accounts because they're certainly a target prospect and then a part of your target audience, then what happens is they're seeing them. Okay, if they look at your YouTube channel, they're seeing them. Okay, so I think that you should use them in an important part of your marketing. Now, think about this, Jason. I'm going to just digress just a second. What is it real estate agents want from the home inspector? They want an inspector that's not going to kill their deal. Okay, and what that really means is they want you to be thorough so that they don't get callbacks, because if they get callbacks, that disrupts their transaction as well. Okay, so so they want you to be thorough but not nitpicky, and they don't want you to be scary when you give out your inspection findings. You don't want to be a home inspector and say, "Oh my gosh," in a home inspection, because what happens is you can't get people reeled back in. So they want you to be even keeled. Now, they value consumer reviews, but consumers want you to be the most thorough, nitpicky in the world. So the message for those two groups is slightly different. Okay, so would this be as meaningful as a customer review from a real estate agent? Of course, the real estate agent would be better. Okay, Robin, we do video reviews for them. Robin and John are Done For You Service clients. You said it really works. We know our clients look at videos and reviews at our website before they call us. You're exactly right. They absolutely do. You don't want to run out of time, and we want to take all the questions. So any questions you have. We've been doing some focus groups, and a team we work with has been doing the focus groups too. So this has been really, we wanted to see, do these things really work? I mean, we know it works because we do it in real life, but we like to do focus groups to see what others think about it. And just check this out. And this was a focus group with consumers. The focus group found that 70% of consumers that watch these videos said they would pick up the phone and call that merchant. 70%. Okay, this is consumers. This isn't us. So when they're watching these review branding commercials, we know it works because we do it in real life, but it's nice to have that validated by independent study. Also, 65% said they would refer you to a friend that needed your product or services from watching the review commercials. So we know reviews are critical. We know videos are critical. We've just combined those two strategies together and started producing review commercials. Okay, so we have been doing this for over a year, and our clients are loving it. You can see William 13 of his review commercials are on the first page of YouTube. Okay, so that works out perfectly. How come these things work? Why do they work? Use professional spokesmodels. I mean, you wouldn't want to see Ken up there. I wouldn't. And that old Southern voice he's got, I wouldn't want to see him. We use professional people who do this. That's what they do for a living. They're video spokespeople. Okay, we shoot in a Hollywood-style studio. What did you think about the quality of the production, William?
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's very, very professional.
Mm-hmm. And I think consumers appreciate that. They certainly do. The study shows it. We professionally edit and brand each video to position you as the market leader. Did anybody not know it was Certainty Home Inspections from watching the video? I mean, we've taken every possible tool that we could use in video. How about that lower third graphic? That stays up there the whole time. Okay, your phone number's on there. All right, so we've taken advantage of all the technology. We promote your reputation by highlighting a 5-star review you've received. Now, here's what happens is we're only doing legitimate reviews, so please know that. We're not doing anything fake. It's not happening. If you have 5-star reviews, we'll produce these videos with them. We create prime-time graphics and animation, as well as we create on-location view of someone reading about your 5-star review. Okay, you saw the guy holding the iPad. It's right there on the deal. It's slick and it's good.